Welcome everybody to the TNA / Impact Wrestling only MyGM mode here on WWE 2K22. This was voted by you guys on the community tab, so you need to make sure you have a look or maybe even subscribe so you get to see these votes, these polls come up more often so you can have a say yourself. Now, we're going to go straight into it. I'm going to pick William Regal for the simple reason that he has Legend Whisperer. None of these GMs, unless Sonya Deville potentially did, I just haven't checked, have ever wrestled or been part of TNA or Impact. So I'm going to go, well, that I know of anyway, I'm going to go with William Regal. Now, I have done my research on the wrestlers themselves, and I think we've got about 32 wrestlers to pick from today's roster, so I've made a custom pool. Now, obviously, this makes no difference. We can't do an Impact or TNA, so I'm going to go with Birth of Legends because I think the Birth of Legends card on SmackDown is potentially the best. We do have a custom draft pool, which I'll show you in a sec. We're going to do 15 weeks on hard. And the opposing brand, let's go with Adam Pearce, because I quite like his Instigator card anyway. So it makes it a little bit harder, doesn't it? And let's go custom pool, and we, of course, have the TNA. Now, while we're on this page, as you can see, we've done a WCW one already. That came out last Saturday. And reason to subscribe today, to make sure you are subscribed, is that Monday, we are starting a brand new series like we did with Rebuild in NXT, where we're going to rebuild WCW across 5 episodes and do the full 50 weeks. We're only doing that as long as we hit 6,000 subscribers by Monday. So I think we're about 100 away. We should be on it, to be honest, but you need to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. So TNA, this is the draft pool we're going to select today. Let's go straight into it. So I know a lot off the top of my head, but there are a few I had to go and research because there's actually quite a few funny ones. And women's wrestlers, we do actually have enough to create a women's division in obviously our TNA / Impact. Even the likes of Kaylee Ray once wrestled a match on Impact. Now, straight away, I'm going to go with Booker T. Famously, one of my favorite parts of TNA ever was when Booker T was on the microphone as he was kicking ass in the ring. I think that was amazing. Let's go. Well, we don't have anybody on the top here, so we're going to have to go a little bit further down. The likes of Kevin Owens never did. Karrion Kross did, though, and he suits quite well with Booker T. Bobby Lashley, there we go. Was Impact champion for a long time, to be fair. Didn't really watch it much at that point. I just know that he was there or thereabouts. Let's keep going then. I think we're going to have to go for a lot of these. Oh, Austin Creed. Austin Creed. He was in TNA or Impact, one of the two. Funny how they go for Big E just as we go for Xavier Woods. It's almost like you're not having the tag team. Okay, let's take a look. So I can't see any of the women yet. Keith Lee is one that I didn't actually check, so I'm going to avoid it. But Johnny Nitro, of course. I'm going to go with John Morrison. He, in fact, did wrestle for Impact. Johnny Impact. I love how he used to just change his name. Made it quite special, didn't it? Let's have a look to see if there is any more. Tucker Tyler Breeze, Eva. So Reckoning, which is, of course, Mia Yim, did wrestle on Impact. So I'm going to take her. Right now, we might not have an opponent for her, but we'll count it. It might even be, oh, we do have an opponent for her, because Shotzi Blackheart wrestled on TNA / Impact. Brian Kendrick's there as well. But we don't have a giant, so I'm not going to pick Brian Kendrick up unless we absolutely have to. That would be silly if we just have him for no other reason. Billy Kay, here we go. So Billy Kay and Peyton Royce right now are the champions, if I'm right, on TNA or Impact Wrestling, but I don't think we have anybody else. This could be it. So we might have to go then with Billy Kay or Peyton Royce, whichever one it was. It was Billy Kay, wasn't it? There we go. The only trouble is it's two fighters in a cruiser, I think, with Shotzi. So I'm just going to go down through the list and make sure I haven't missed anybody, which I think could be an Impact, because we don't. It could be an Impact. Oh, that's a good one, Luke. See, you must subscribe because you just don't get comedy like that anywhere else. really unintentional, but you just don't get comedy anywhere else like that. So Brian Kendrick is an option, but like I mentioned, he's a cruiser. I don't think we're going to have any giants unless we get Kevin Nash. So right now, I don't think we're going to pick him up. So here is our draft then of TNA/Impact only. What a team, by the way. Especially if you look on the left-hand side, we've got like 3 major contenders for like big-time champions there in Booker, Bobby Lashley, and of course Johnny Impact. Absolutely love that. And I've got a feeling as well, Mia Yim was Knockouts champion for a while. By the way, one of the things I absolutely love about TNA or Impact is their women's division. They've always respected women's division very well, I thought, having the Knockouts division for a long time. So yeah, props to TNA and Impact for that. So this is our draft. They've gone and picked a lot more than what we have, but still, I don't think they've picked any of the ones that qualify for us unless I'm just... Oh, MVP, in fact. We could have had MVP, but we didn't. So that's one that we could have had. Other than that, yeah, I think we're all good to go. So our champions then. Do we go with Bobby Lashley? I think Bobby Lashley's the one, you know. What is actually quite good is we have 2 faces that are fighters and 2 heels that are bruisers that match up quite well. And we can even obviously put Johnny Impact as a baby face, which he kind of was a lot of the time in Impact. So yeah, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley as our male champion. But female champion, this is a difficult one. Let's just go with Mia for the time being. That's going to be... We have to get somebody like Mickie James in, I guess, to actually get a decent division right now, because we've got 3 wrestlers and none of them match up quite well, and they're all heels. Oh, this is absolutely perfect. Robert Roode, or Bobby Roode, of course, of Beer Money, a specialist as well, permanent. Oh, yes. Let's sign Robert Roode. Amazing stuff. I love that. Now, legends, of course. There are a few legends who have appeared in TNA or Impact. There's a couple here already. There's Ric Flair, of course. Kevin Nash, X-Pac, Macho Man Randy Savage, Piper, Razor Ramon. I'm not going to class, but Scott Hall I will. Same as Diesel, I won't class. But the women, both Chyna and Mickie James, have featured for Impact and TNA. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get both of these ladies, sign them both for a 10-week contract, and then I'm going to use my card. And do I use it right now, or do I wait a little bit longer when I need to spruce things up? Because what I'm thinking is we go for another specialist in either Macho Man or Ric Flair, and we get the ball rolling with one of those guys. Because obviously I passed on Brian Kendrick, so no point going Kevin Nash. But having another specialist there, yeah, it just makes sense. We could go for, of course, Kevin Nash and X-Pac, but it would mean signing 2. And we're going to use our legend card, which means we might as well use it for a 10-weeker. So, okay. We'll do our Legend Whisperer card. Yes, please. We've got a lot of money as well, so if I do start doing the roster and I think we are like a couple missing, then obviously we can just come straight back. Now, I've used Ric Flair recently in the WCW one, and I don't think I used Macho Man Randy Savage in that, spoiler alert, so I'm going to use the Macho Man. Didn't have the best time, did he, in TNA, but he was still there. We're also going to waste still time and use our Birth of Legends card, so the 6 wrestlers will be picked. That's Robert Roode. I didn't actually see that middle one there. Well, I think it's Karrion Kross, actually. Macho Man. So, yeah, so Xavier Woods, Bobby Lashley, Macho Man, Mickie James, Karrion Kross, and Robert Roode. Nice. I've also purchased a Hell in a Cell card for future. We've got a lot of money. Why not? So I think we're all good to go. I'll start booking the first week. So our first week then is from Montreal, Canada, and we have Chyna opening the card against Billie Kay. Bruiser versus a fighter, but we have Reckoning, or Mia Yim, doing the run-in on Chyna. Yes, obviously Mia Yim is the champion right now, so if that starts a nice little rivalry with Chyna, that'd be perfect. We got a sell promo from Johnny Impact himself. I might turn him face. It depends on who I sign next, because I do need to sign somebody else to have a rivalry with him, but we haven't done that yet. Now, we do have a tag team that we hopefully will start a rivalry, and it's Matchman Randy Savage and Austin Creed, or Xavier Woods as you know him right now, versus Bobby Roode and Killer Cross. That is a very good tag team matchup there. I am a big fan of that. Then we have Mickie James calling out Billie Kay, who obviously had a match earlier. Then the main event is Booker T versus Bobby Lashley. That can hopefully then be our title for the first one at the very least. What I really want to do is get rivalries over and done with the first pay-per-view. Then we can do a slow build-up and have an epic WrestleMania. First match then in this pretty much a high school gym. Billie Kay is the winner because of the running, I guess. It's a good match too. Starts nothing. Again, game is broken. Self-promo of Johnny Impact is an okay promo, +1 for popularity. Woods and Savage versus Robert Roode and Karrion Kross. Woods and Savage win. It's a good match. Again, no rivalry. What is going on with this game, man? Is this going to start? It is. So Mickie James and Billie Kay. Good. And then the main event, Booker T and Bobby Lashley in a tables match. Come on. Gotta start a rivalry. We need to have this one. It doesn't. Honestly, 2K, like, what is wrong with your game? 3 matches there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even one was a run-in as well. Appalling, really. I mean, at least they were good matches. This is what we're coming up against, though. We've got Damian Priest and Brock Lesnar in a in a championship tables match. That's fair enough. We'll take a look more at what they're doing when it gets closer to the pay-per-view. They did beat us in the main event, but we beat them elsewhere. So yeah, I'm happy with the opener there. We gained 88,000 fans and $65,000 free arena booking for the run-in. Then they gain 82,000. So we take a nice little early lead. And we, of course, we have a lot bigger a budget because we barely spent compared to what they did. Week number 2 then. Now we start off with Mia Yim in a title match defending it against Mickie James. But there is a run-in with Billie Kay, who obviously has a rivalry with Mickie James. Now that doesn't mean that Mickie James won't win the title. That's the best thing about this. Knowing that I've been screwed over by this same scenario in the past, thinking, oh, at least then my champion will keep her belt. Not the case. So Mickie James could win the title belt. That wouldn't be the worst thing to happen. Now we've got John Morrison, who's going to turn to a babyface into Johnny Impact. I think he's just better suited there, being a fighter. Then we've got the mid-card of Randy Savage and Woods versus Roode and Karrion Kross again. Please, come on, let's start some rivalries. Chyna doing a self-promo, and then the main event, Lashley versus Booker. Again, trying to get some rivalry started. If not, we're just going to have to wait for the first pay-per-view. It's just going to be awkward. Just really, really awkward. Okay, let's run it. Because I guess it's just really weird because, like, you want to do that first pay-per-view. You want to have a big level 3 or 4 rivalry to end it for your title. It looks great. But the game makes it very hard to do that. So this title match then. Reckoning, Mickie James. I told you, Mickie James wins. It's a great match. No rivalry. Or nothing for the rivalry, at least. Morrison, role change. Excellent promo. He is turned babyface into Johnny Impact. Lovely stuff. Now, come on. Let's get a tag team rivalry off and running for this pay-per-view. Yes, let's go. Amazing match as well in an Extreme Rules match. So maybe one of them's really good at it. Chyna is a good promo from her. And Lashley versus Booker. Let's go. Let's get a rivalry going. God, he's a big old boy, isn't he, Bobby? He's a big boy. Level 1 rivalry, let's go. Right now we can possibly do like a title match next week, then a call-out the week after. Turn it to a level 3. Oh, I'm excited. Right, we've got a women's match. Becky Lynch versus Natalya. They always match those two up quite regularly. Big E versus MVP, of course, who would have been the only one we could have selected from their roster. We got a 3.5, a 4, and a 3.5, so we've done quite the opposite. Trips is going to tell us off because our mid-card was amazing compared to the rest of our card. But there we go. They've done it correctly, but we still won overall. We gained 83,000 fans. We did lose money, however, because we haven't really got the big enough stadium yet, but we've got enough money to do this. We are still ranked number 1 because they only gained 81,000, but they gained $41,000. Well, Kaylee Ray, like I mentioned before, she has wrestled for Impact in 2014 to 2015, according to my research. So, I'm going to sign her. She's a 4 out of 5 on the mic. She's a permanent deal as well, which is great for us. I keep looking at this, like Scott Hall is very appealing, but for right now, no, we don't really need it. We could go for Roddy Piper, of course. He is also there for a very brief period, and Kevin Nash. For now, I'm all good. I want to stick to what we can using the main roster that we have at our disposal. Right, week number 3 then. We got 2 tag matches today. One male, one female. So we got the male one that we've been running already. Now, both Roode and Cross are good at Extreme Rules matches, which makes sense why it was a 4-star match. So we're going to continue that. Now, we've got Mickie James calling out Billie Kay to keep that rivalry keep going and brewing. Now, the mid-card, we do have a tag team rivalry here. Chyna and Kaylee Ray, our new signing, against Shotzi and Reckoning. Really, it's just to give Shotzi a match. If it becomes a tag rivalry, I'll be fine with it. If it doesn't, I won't be like gutted as much as what I have been for other ones. Billie Kay is going to do a bit of a self-promo. She's a 4 on the mic. Let's gain some popularity for her rivalry. And then John Morrison is going to go up against Bobby Lashley or Johnny Impact. Now that he is a baby face, with Booker doing the run-in on Bobby Lashley. Big Bobby. Nice. Right, let's book this show then. Tag match as the opener then. Same again, please, gents. Nice little 4-star would be absolutely fantastic. 4-star again. Good. Level 2 rivalry. Mickie James and Billie Kay call her out. Level 2 rivalry again. Nice. The women's tag team match that we have going on there. So the babyfaces win. Not a new rivalry, but it's a good match. So I'm happy with that one because I knew Shotzi being in there, being a cruiser, might have hampered it. Good promo from Billie Kay. That's fantastic. +3 for popularity. And John Morrison versus Bobby Lashley. But with Booker T doing the run-in, we're giving John Morrison a match. But we're trying to keep the rivalry going with Big Bobby and Booker. And it's a level 2. So we've got 2 more weeks to get that. No, we've got 1 more week to get that to a level 3. So we don't have a lot of time, to be honest. Let's simulate this show and see if we beat them. Oh, wow. They absolutely destroyed us. Why was our main event only a 2.5? I guess we only did a normal match, but still. They did a Hell in a Cell 3 weeks in. You absolute scumbags. So we gained 86,000 fans plus $18,000. Kaylee Ray and Shotzi are both fantastic at tables matches. That's nice to know. Good. Now, what did they gain? 93,000 fans. So they gained a lot, but they did lose a little bit of money. They're still ranked number 2. We're just ahead of them. Well, less than 1,000 now. About 500, 600 extra fans. Week 4 then, we're 1 week away from our very first pay-per-view Backlash. We do have the tag team match going ahead, but we do have Robert Roode with a 33 for stamina. He should be fine for another 2 weeks. We're already in a normal match now, though. Self-promo of John Morrison. I was going to put him in a match, but the only trouble is we've kind of backed ourselves into a corner. So Bobby Lashley is going to go up against Booker T once again. It's just a normal match, but it's going to be in the mid-card. I just really hope it goes to level 3. We cannot afford this one to not go to level 3. Shotzi is going to do a charity promo there. And the main event is a title match. It's Billie Kay versus Mickie James for a level 2 out of 4, obviously. And it's a TLC match. Let's steal the show, ladies. Right, no injuries, please, for Bobby Roode. That's all I can hope for. Doesn't look like it, so that's good. And it's a level 3. Good, so we can finally get a nice little payoff for that one and the next one. John Morrison, +4 for his popularity. Perfect. Bobby Lashley and Booker T. Again, no injury for Bobby Lashley. Else, that's curtains for the main event. Oh, he's injured. And it does nothing for the rivalry. So we almost might as well just leave him out of the pay-per-view. Right, okay. Big Bobby's going to keep the title for a little bit longer then. Billie Kay and Mickie James. TLC, one-on-one for the title. The Impact's knockout champion, Mickie James, wins. It's an amazing match and it's a level 3 rivalry. So we do have 2 payoffs. 3 payoffs? 3 payoffs at the very least. So that's not bad going into your first pay-per-view. It's just a shame none of them are level 4. We did beat them in the main event. And the opener, they beat us in the mid. We gained 91,000 fans. Good. And we gained quite a lot of money. Oh, no, we didn't. Only 2,000. Ranked number 1 still. Good. They gained 70,000. They gained $56,000. Now, Cameron Grimes used to wrestle under the name of Trevor Lee, who in fact wrestled at Impact. He's a specialist and a heel. which means he's perfect for us to use in today's card at Backlash. So we literally sign a wrestler and we chuck him straight into a mid-card match because Booker T cannot go up against Bobby Lashley, so he's going to have to go up against Cameron Grimes, to the moon, and all that stuff. Although he was, of course, Trevor Lee. I don't really know much about Trevor Lee. I never really watched him wrestle. But let's just go in a tables match because it's a branded pay-per-view anyway. But this is the card. We got the tag team. It is an Extreme Rules match, so that's nice. Then we have John Morrison, again, doing a promo for charity. I feel bad for Johnny Impact because now he's not even going to have a rivalry going into the next pay-per-view either. We still need to find him somebody, I guess. Possibly Cameron Grimes. That'll be a good little one, actually. That's not a bad idea. In fact, let's change it. Let's change it. If we can start this right now, we can then do a call out there. Booker T calls him out. Oh, this makes so much more sense. There we go. Right. That's a tables match. That now should start a rivalry. I really, really hope. Okay. Midcard China versus Reckoning in a tables match. No like rivalry or anything yet. Kaylee Ray's going to do a self promo. Then we have Shotzi doing charity. And the main event is a Hell in a Cell match because I have used a Hell in a Cell card. How do I show you the power card info? There we go. So we've got Forged in Fire being used right now. So a Hell in a Cell match on your show will receive a higher than normal rating. I'm hoping that means that is a 5-star classic. Only one way to find out. Extreme Rules match then to open up the card. Let's get at least a 4-star, shall we? Been doing it week in, week out. There we go, a classic. Lovely. Rivalry complete as well. No injury either for Bobby Roode. That's good. Booker T calling out Bobby Lashley. Grows to level 3. China and Reckoning, or Mia Yim, in the Knockouts division. Reckoning wins in a tables match is an okay match. Self-promo of Kaylee Ray. Excellent. +5 for popularity. That's really good. John Morrison and Cameron Grimes. Let's start a new rivalry. Come on, let's make old Lukey happy. Yay! There we go. It's a mediocre match. Oh, that's dreadful. Considering it's tables, that is dreadful. I would still want them to now go up against each other. Shotzi, +5,000. Thank you, Shotzi. But this main event, legendary match. Come on, let's go. Mickie James retains in a Hell in a Cell. Woohoo! Legendary match. You can always rely on Mickie James. Knockouts champion. Absolutely love it. Well done. So let's go through what they are doing then. So MVP versus Big E. They've been up against each other a few times, so I'd imagine they are in a rivalry complete, an amazing match as well. Pete Dunne's doing a promo. Mid-card Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley. Candice LeRae is one that I never actually checked to see if she was in Impact, same as Johnny Gargano. There was just a few where like I got to the point where I knew I had enough, so I never actually checked. Brock Lesnar and Damian Priest. A Damian Priest win. He's the new champion in a classic, and it was in the mid-card. Santos Escobar is going to call out Pete Dunne. It's a good promo. Does nothing for the rivalry, though. Then they're rocking with this tag team, Marcel Bartel, Austin Theory, but Trent Seven and Ivar, which is very weird considering they do actually have Pete Dunne, who they could match up with Trent. And they decided not to do that, but it is a rivalry complete, and it's only an amazing match. They got their wires twisted there. But they've had a very good pay-per-view. Good God, they've had a very good pay-per-view. 2 4-star, 3 4-stars, and 1 4.5. And we only had 1 5-star, 1 4.5, a 2.5, and a 2. Ooh, our mid-card was awful, really, wasn't it? We gained 227,000 fans, though. Still ranked number 1. They only gained 183. We are using our bonuses correctly, viewers. That is what we're doing. We are using our bonuses perfectly, and we started pulling away. Bobby Lashley and Mickie James are our champions. That is very Impact. We are about to sign the hottest Impact wrestler, possibly of all time, AJ Styles. This is the main reason why I watched TNA in the 2000s, because AJ Styles was on it. I found him fascinating. He was one of my favourite wrestlers, and I could not believe that there was a wrestler that good that hasn't ever been in WWE. So AJ Styles, I'm so pleased I can finally sign you for our TNA/Impact Wrestling GM mode, rebuild, whatever you'd like to call it. So week number 6, then we have ourselves a new tag team because Bobby Lashley wants to tag up with Cameron Grimes. So both Johnny Impact and Booker T are going to go up against the pairing. And we're in a TLC match because Cameron Grimes wanted a TLC match. But AJ Styles has joined us and he comes in with a bang. Of course, he starts off as a bad guy or a heel. And I think a match between AJ Styles and Macho Man Randy Savage is very appealing indeed. So that is going to be, hopefully, a new rivalry going forward to the second pay-per-view. Then it's going to be Chyna versus Billie Kay. If it starts a rivalry, then great. If it doesn't, not too worried. Then we have Reckoning calling out Mickie James. This could be the new Impact Knockouts division title thing that we have going forward in the women's division. Then we have Karrion Kross versus Xavier Woods in an extreme match. It's Bruiser versus Fighter. They obviously had the tag team beforehand. Bobby Roode's having a couple of weeks off. He is knackered, but Karrion Kross is good to go. So that is our match today. The opener then, the tag team. We've by the way, we've spent quite a lot of money, so we've had to use a free arena card. We're in the Thunderdome, I think. An amazing match, new rivalry. Okay, that's good. AJ Styles does nothing. It does nothing. It's so stupid. If somebody calls you out, it should start a rivalry. Mid-card, Chyna versus Billie Kay. I understand why some matches don't, because you can just have normal matches. But you don't call somebody out on the microphone and it not start a rivalry. It literally makes no sense. In case you didn't know, I actually wrestled myself. If somebody called me out in a promo, I'd be saying, and it was like I didn't know about it, I'd be saying to the booker, hey, coach, pop me in a match against them. Let's start something here. By the way, you can watch some of my rest matches. In the description, you'll see the link to my Academy's YouTube channel. We have some, we call it Unit 10s. It's like a weekly show that is not as frequent anymore. But in the last show that is on there, I'm in the main event. So if you'd like to see me in a match, go check it out. Leave them a nice little comment. Tell them how much you want to see me more. Reckoning versus Mickie James. It's an excellent promo. It's a level 1 rivalry. Good. Karrion Kross, Xavier Woods, an Extreme Rules match. This should be a good one. Karrion Kross wins. Hold the phone. Legendary match. Level 1 rivalry. Lads, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. They're going with unbooked matches and not even a tag match. And they booked they drafted so many people. And they don't have enough to fill the card. Are you joking? Oh, we destroyed them. Oh, you are kissing goodbye to this. Easy. Cameron Grimes' perfect TLC matches. Well, good, because he asked it. And Bobby Lashley and Cameron Grimes work well together, too. We gained 68,000 fans. We gained $132,000, despite, of course, using the TLC match and an Extreme Rules match. They gained 41,000, so we double what they have almost. Oh, nice. That is a massive week for us. Week number 7, then, we start off with AJ Styles versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, in Randy Savage's prime, not right when he actually was in Impact, obviously he wasn't that good, to be fair. He was very out of shape, and of course he sadly passed away not long after. But in his prime, Macho Man versus AJ Styles, that is insane. Then we got a call out of Mickie James calling out Reckoning again. The mid-card of Karrion Kross versus Booker T this time, but Xavier Woods is going to do a run-in. That is because our journal or our commissioner goal is schedule a run-in on your most popular available superstar. That's actually Karrion Kross. Who would have thought it? Robert Roode is going to do a self-promo. Then on our main event, it's Billie Kay and Shotzi versus Kaylee Ray and Chyna, trying to get another tag team going if we can pay it off at the next pay-per-view or the one after, sorry. Now, let's simulate the dream match. It's a tables match as well, to open the card as well. Randy Savage takes the win. It's a good match. New rivalry. Perfect. Mickie James calling out Reckoning. It's a level 2. Lovely stuff. Karrion Kross versus Booker T. Xavier Woods doing the running. Booker T gets the win because of it. And it riles Woods and Kross up to a level 2. That's perfect. Robert Roode doing a self-promo, keeping himself relevant, +5 popularity. Nice. Shotzi and Billie Kay versus Kaylee Ray and Chyna. How does this one do? Kaylee Ray and China, I think, were a tag team previously and worked quite well together. It's a great match, and it's a new rivalry, level 1. Good stuff. We're up against a main event women's match, though, women's title match. So let's see how that plays out. Opener, we win, or we draw. Mid-card, we win. Main event, they take it because of that tables match. But I'm actually happy with that. 2 3 stars and a 3.5. We gain 54,000. We gain $110,000. And we veto their champ, which we need to remember to use on week 9. That's what I need to remember. But for now, we're all good. $45,000 and $47,000. Yeah, our bonuses are working really well in regards to keeping fans coming back. Week 8 then, we have our opening contest of Cameron Grimes versus John Morrison. This is a level 1 rivalry, so we're going to do a TLC match. Let's see if we can fight that on, because in 2 weeks' time we have a pay-per-view. We can get that to level 3, as well as this. Randy Savage versus AJ Styles. That'll be 2 really quick, good rivalries that we can get underneath our belt. Mickey James versus Reckoning, though, that's already a level 2. So having an Extreme Rules match in the mid-card should take that to level 3. I hope so. Then we got Bobby Lashley calling out Booker T. It's a level 3 already. This could be our main event at the next pay-per-view, because it might be a level 4. We need to get to level 4. Like, there's no excuses not to across the 8 weeks, or 10 weeks even. Then Booker T and Xavier Woods, a pairing that we haven't done yet, versus Bobby Roode and Karrion Kross. There we go. So Booker T is still going to be in a match despite Bobby Lashley calling him out. Now, the reason why that is in the main event is because we promised Bobby Roode a main event match this week, and because we have our most popular available male and male superstar, bad and good, fight against each other, we will get a free advertising booking. We've also given Billie Kay 2 weeks of rest because she is really struggling. Okay, let's go. By the way, if you haven't checked out the full AEW Universe mode that we did recently, just gone this week, I'm going to leave it at the end of the video on the display end screen. So hopefully you can check that out after you've checked this video out, because it is amazing. We simulate one whole year with a full AEW roster and see who wins what. Cameron Grimes versus John Morrison then in a TLC match. Cameron Grimes should win this because he's good at TLC. No, John Morrison wins instead. Great match, level 2 rivalry. Thank you, gentlemen. Randy Savage versus AJ. Promo level 2. It's an excellent promo as well. Good. Mickey James Reckoning. We need this to get to level 3. Mickey James wins. It's just an amazing match. I don't think that's going to be... will probably be now a WrestleMania match. Bobby Lashley and Booker T. Only a good promo. Ooh, we've only got 1 week now to get that to level 4, so that's no excuse. Xavier Woods, Booker T, Bobby Roode, Karrion Kross. How does it do? Bobby Roode wanted that main event. He gets that main event. It's a great match, so that's good at least. And it's no injuries, nothing like that. Everybody survived. That's perfect. Austin Theory versus Damian Priest for the title. Genuinely something that might happen in a few years' time. Just saying, it might happen. We do have a main event Extreme Rules match between Santos Escobar and Pete Dunne. Another interesting contest. So let's see how that does. We beat them in the opener, the mid-card, and we draw the main. But our mid-card was our strongest match, which I did anticipate it would be. No, I didn't. How did we get a 4-star out of that? That is amazing. Fair play. Mickey James and Reckoning are both fantastic at Extreme Rules matches. That's how. 49,000 fans that we gained $89,000. Free advertising booking. Perfect. They gained 41,000 with $59,000. So we are still in the lead by about 110,000 fans. Now it's week number 9, so we're going to use the Veto Champions so that in week 10 for the pay-per-view, they cannot use one of their champions. Absolutely genius from me. So let's take a look at the show then. We've got AJ Styles and Matchman Randy Savage opening the contest yet again in a tables match. It's a level 2 rivalry. If we can get to level 3, that will be wonderful. Call out, Reckoning versus Mickey James again. If we can get to level 3. Booker T versus Bobby Roode, but Bobby Lashley is going to do the run-in. So there's going to be a whole lot of Bobbies for Booker to keep his eye on. Then it's the call out. Xavier Woods is going to call out Karrion Kross again. If we can get it to level 3. Billie Kay and Shotzi versus Kaylee Ray and China. Billie Kay wanted to have a match against Kaylee Ray. It's going to happen, but instead it's going to happen in this way because we need a tag match. So I hope you understand. And we give Shotzi a good match then. So that's something at least. Opener then is a tables match as well. I forgot to mention that. So let's see how they do. Matchman wins again, I think. An amazing match, level 3. These guys are great. Reckoning calling out Mickie James. Takes it to level 3. Thank you, ladies. Booker T, Robert Roode. But with the running of Bobby Lashley, we got no excuses. It's got to be a level 4. It is a level 4. Thank you. Oh, good. Right now, Xavier Woods calling out Karrion Kross. Takes it to a level 3. That's going to be another payoff. We've got so many payoffs to look forward to at this next pay-per-view. It's going to be mental. Billie Kay and Shotzi win. New tag rivalry up to level 2. Good. We didn't do too bad, but, I mean, we beat them at the very least. They had a very poor show in 2 stars and a 2.5, but we got our matches mixed around our mid-card and our main, but that's absolutely fine. This is what they were rocking the week before the pay-per-view, and then next week they can't even use their champions, which is going to be hilarious. So we've gained 38,000 fans, $124,000. We're still ranked number 1. They gained 28,000 fans and $73,000. So their champ is, of course, Austin Theory and Natalya. I'm hoping it's Natalya, because I think she's in a rivalry, whereas I don't think Austin Theory is. Okay, for monetary reasons, we can't run a full show. And we're not even running a tag match. So, even though it was TLC and it's going to be a special event because of contracts, renewing these contracts, we have got very little money and only 4,000 left over just. Matchman versus AJ Styles in a TLC match. I used a TLC card, so I really want to have that match, else I wouldn't have done that. But as you can see, we got free advertiser booking and a TLC match. John Morrison's going to call out Cameron Grimes. There's only a level 2 rivalry right now that will take us through Mania. Xavier Woods and Karrion Kross, level 3. We're going to have a lot of payoffs today, by the way. Bobby Roode's going to do a self-promo, $2,500, but we can afford to do that at the minute. Just. Booker T versus Bobby Lashley is going to be the second mid-card match, and it's only a normal match. It's a level 4 rivalry, so I kind of hope, even though it's just a normal match, because it's a level 4, it takes it over. We'll see, though. But the main event is Mickie James versus Reckoning, and it is an Extreme Rules match. Both ladies are very good at that match. So, the first match then on pay-per-view is Macho Man versus AJ Styles. Macho Man wins again? Legendary match, though. Rivalry complete. Ooh, yeah. John Morrison, Cameron Grimes, calling him out. It's a level 3. That's good. Xavier Woods, Karrion Kross. Up, up, down, down. Down goes Xavier Woods. Karrion Kross wins. Amazing. And it's rivalry complete. Self-promo, it's Robert Roode. It's an okay promo, but no fans or popularity. That's annoying. How boring must you be to not gain any fans from a promo? Booker T versus Big Bobby. Big Bobby Lash in an almost match. It's a level 4 though. Booker T is our new champion, and it's a classic, but he's injured. Oh no. Not what we needed. Mickie James versus Reckoning. This has to be better than a classic. Else I've made big mistakes. Reckoning is our new Knockouts Championship, and it's legendary. Mickie James is now injured. Oh my god, so many injuries. Worth it. For the ratings. For the ratings. So, Austin Theory is the guy that's vetoed, and not Natalya. Oh, how frustrating. What I do want to see, actually, I'm going to go forward and see at what point is Damian Priest and Austin Theory's rivalry, just to see whether it mattered, whether they were going to potentially use him or not, or whether I used that Vital Star for no reason and I should have saved it for WrestleMania. Their new rivalry there. Damian Priest, Austin Theory, so it was only a level 1 going to a level 2, so yeah, we should have saved it for WrestleMania, but that's hindsight. Obviously is a wonderful thing. Trent Seven beats Brock Lesnar, starts a new rivalry as well. They're using the pay-per-view to start rivalries. Is that 500 IQ? Is that 500 IQ? Amazing match between them two as well. I don't think it is, because we absolutely destroyed them in all 4 matches. Oh, pick up your bags and get yourself home, Raw, because that is appalling. We absolutely spanked you all the way around the ring. 202,000 fans. We gained $137,000. Randy Savage and AJ Styles are both fantastic at TLC matches. Lovely, good to know. And then we have $177,000 for Raw with $132,000. We are pulling away very nicely, about $150,000. So week number 11 then, and our road to WrestleMania begins. We start off with a tag team match. Of course, Chyna and Kaylee Ray, Shotzi and Billie Kay. They have a rivalry right now going at level 2. We need to get that to level 4. Give the girls a rest before WrestleMania, and then they can put on a cracking performance. Now, this, of course, is going to be a bit of a restart of all of our rivalries. We've had a few payoffs happen. We've only got 2 going right now, and I think the other one is Cameron Grimes and John Morrison, I believe. I'm recording this the day after, so I've completely forgot. It's not. Yeah, it is. It's Cameron Grimes and John Morrison. So getting that to level 4 would be absolutely perfect before we go into WrestleMania. We can just let that carry on until then. Robert Roode, though, is needing a match and needing a rivalry. We might have to look at that after, depending on how many rivalries we get going at this event. Because we've also got Karrion Kross calling out Matchman Randy Savage. Yet again, what a match that would be. Killer Kross in Impact versus the old school Macho Man Randy Savage. Then we got AJ Styles calling out Booker T, who of course is the champion. That was my thinking very early on. If I can get this to be the main event at WrestleMania, I would absolutely love it. 2 of my all-time favorites from TNA, Booker T and of course AJ Styles. Then it's going to be Big Bobby Lashley, Big Bold Bobby versus Xavier Woods. They both are really struggling for stamina, so I'm hoping this starts a rivalry, and then we can just get into call-out mode and get them to call out each other. So, yeah, this is the show we're going to run. We are using the Thunderdome with some added bonuses, including like the veteran lights, etc., to obviously keep up our popularity and our morale. Opening tag contest then. Come on, let's get this to a level 3 at least. We can give you a bit of a rest next week and then get you to a level 4 another time. There we go. Level 3, perfect. Karrion Kross versus Macho Man. It's a new rivalry, that's all I asked for. It's an okay promo, but it's a new rivalry. That's all I really wanted from it. Cameron Grimes doing the running then. Robert Roode is having a match, but John Morrison. I really feel like I need to use run-ins a little bit more to start and continue rivalries. Although, what's the point? Because it doesn't work. Jesus. Good match though. Bobby Roode with the win. AJ Styles calling out Booker T. New rivalry. Good. We could just get these to level 3 at the least. For some payoffs, it just makes the matches even better. Big, bold Bobby versus Xavier Woods. I bet he's jealous with the amount of hair that Xavier Woods has. I know I am. So Bobby and Xavier. Xavier picks up the win. It's only a normal match. We run 3 normal matches for stamina reasons. But again, a good match. So I don't think our show has suffered. They are scared. You are terrified, WWE. Austin Theory is back, of course. We vetoed him out of the championship of the last pay-per-view, so he is back with a main event. There we go. So we'll run this show, we'll simulate it, and see how we compete against them. Now, they did smash us in the opener, but that's expected when they are running a title match, and they did have a slightly better main event, but we are very consistent with a 3 there all around. So how many fans did we get? We only gained 1,300, but we did gain quite a lot from the pay-per-view, and $150,000. That's what I wanted the most. It was the money. Cut down on the money, cut down on stamina purposes for a little bit. Let's take a look then. $17,000 and $48,000, but they've only got $191,000 in total. It doesn't really do that much damage to the fans, in fact, because we are still far superior. We might have to get the title off of Mia Yim at some point because we don't actually have any women's rivalries right now, but it's something that I need to look into. Week number 12. We're going to start off with a title match, Reckoning versus Chyna. I'm hoping to get the belt on Chyna so that the tag rivalry has a boost of popularity. Mia Yim, I just cannot get into a rivalry. I've looked into the only person who's free, really, is somebody that she just come out of rivalry with in Mickie James, so I don't want to overdo that. If that does start a rivalry, obviously we can't pay it off. We've got the tag team rivalry of the women to pay off at WrestleMania. Then we got Cameron Grimes and John Morrison. Call out from Cameron Grimes, trying to get that to level 4. Bobby Lashley versus Robert Roode. It's heel versus heel, I know, but Xavier Woods is going to do the run in there. Matchman Randy Savage is going to call out Karrion Kross to try and get that to a level 2. Also, both of those guys, stamina's quite low this time. Matchman's going to do the promo though, so he will gain a little bit left, a little bit of stamina. And then AJ versus John Morrison in the main event. But we have Booker T doing the run-in, and it's a tables match too. And I do think AJ Styles wants a main event match, and I've promised John Morrison a match with Cameron Grimes within 3 weeks. That doesn't lead to WrestleMania, so we might have to do one before WrestleMania. But yeah, actually then, that could be a thing that we clear that one and we use something different. That could be what we do here. So just to take away from Cameron Grimes having to then be in a level 4 rivalry and then have a match with John Morrison and it go a little bit stale. So we're going to avoid that. Self-promo instead. Good thinking on my feet there. But we're in the big stadium now in the arena. So we've got a bigger stadium trying to bring in more money. But it's cost us quite a lot to do that. We don't have a lot of budget left. Women's title match then is also a TLC match too. I'm trying to find what Chyna's strong point is. She does win. We've got ourselves a new women's champion. Amazing match too. Which does tell me that Chyna is probably good at TLC matches. So new rivalry as well, we're not going to do anything from it. Cameron Grimes, a self-promo of Cameron Grimes. Excellent promo, +6 popularity. Oh, hell yes. That's what I'm talking about, Trevor Lee. Big, bold Bobby versus big, bold, big hair full of Bobby Roode. Against Xavier Woods, well, with the run-in of Xavier Woods. And that costs Bobby Lashley the win. It does nothing for the rivalry though. It makes no sense, which means they still don't have a rivalry, which means they won't. They simply won't have one. Randy Savage and Karrion Kross takes that to a level 2. AJ versus John Morrison, but with Booker T doing the run-in, and this is a tables match, costing AJ the win. Oh, it does nothing for the rivalry. When somebody runs in on you, it should do something for the rivalry. Okay. Calm down, Luke. Let's calm down. The opener was a 4-star. We had a 3-star main event. Just that mid-card absolutely sucked. And Chyna is good for TLC matches. I knew it. Plus 11,000 for the fans. We gained a lot of money. Still ranked number 1. They gained 13,000 and gained a little bit of money. So we're still miles ahead in money and in fans. Week number 13, we're back with the women's tag match that we've got to try and get it to a level 4 rivalry. Then we have AJ Styles calling out Booker T. Our other call out is Booker T calling out AJ Styles. I'm trying my best just to try and make sure that gets to a level 3. Then we have Matchman Randy Savage versus Robert Roode in the mid-card, but with Karrion Kross doing a run-in on Macho Man. And then the main event is John Morrison getting his rematch versus Cameron Grimes. So I think that should be a very good match indeed. Okay, ladies, let's put on a spectacle here in this tag match. We've only run in a couple of normal matches and Extreme Rules in the main, but it's a great match. Chyna is injured, though. I think we do have a thing for an injury, but we can let it fester out a little bit now because obviously we're not going to use her until WrestleMania. AJ Styles calling him out. It's a level 2. Good. That's fantastic. Macho Man and Bobby Roode with the Karrion Kross run-in. Does the run-in do anything for the rivalry? No. And Bobby Roode's injured. It's a great match, though, which is... Didn't see that coming. Rivalries are so broke on this. Booker T and AJ Styles. Good. Rivalry grows to level 3. So we managed to do that from a level 2 to a level 3 in one... So it can be done. I never realised it could be done. But I guess 2 good promos. See? Rivalries, broken. Don't understand them. John Morrison, Cameron Grimes. Let's take this to a level 4. Or to the moon. Either way. Level 4. There we go. It's only a good match. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. We are competing against the Damian Priest Austin Theory title match in the main event. What is this rivalry up to? I'm sure this is a level 4 right now. It is a level 4, so it grows to level 4. So they've got a pay-per-view coming up. That should be good. You got a tag match here, MVP and Marcel Bartel against Ivar and Big E. Weird. Level 3. Then we have Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae. It's a good promo. Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Pretty sure they started off with this. Can't believe they're still running it. Rivalry grows to level 4. That has literally been going on for so long. I think we lost, though. We did lose the opener and the mid-card, but we beat them quite significantly in the main. So there we go. We gained 10,000 fans, $157,000. Not bad. They gained 38,000 fans, so they smashed us in regard to fan retention, and they gained $100,000. Week number 14, I think we're paying the ultimate sacrifice here. So we've got an opener between Cameron Grimes and Xavier Woods, with John Morrison doing a run-in there on Cameron Grimes. Then we got a call out of AJ Styles calling out Booker T. Booker T is struggling with stamina right now. The mid-card, we got Mickie James versus Shotzi, which is absolutely fine because it's a specialist versus a cruiser. Then we got a call out of Karrion Kross and Macho Man, trying to get that to level 3 at the very least for WrestleMania. And then Reckoning is going up against Kaylee Ray, and it's fighter versus fighter. I'm just trying to do it at TLC. I really don't like the fact that because they're both fighters, they don't match well and can't have a good match. I think I like the idea that you get bonuses for the fact that they have a synchronization in type. But yeah, I dislike it, how it is anyway. So we're just going to sacrifice this. We're resting quite a lot of people. Bobby Roode's out for another week. I gave Chyna a health spa because she was injured for 3 weeks and it's actually knocked the injury off, which again is something I didn't know you could do. Grimes versus Woods then, with Morrison doing the running. It's already a level 4, so we don't need to worry about rivalry-wise. It's just keeping it hot, I guess. It's a good match and Cameron Grimes still wins. AJ Styles and Booker T takes it to a level 4 rivalry. It's only an okay promo, but it's fine. It did the job. Takes it to a level 4. AJ Styles came to me as well and asked that he wins the next match. That's going to be at WrestleMania now, so we don't have to worry about it. Mickie James versus Shotzi. Could be a good match, to be fair. Mickie James picks up the victory. It's only it's not a good match at all. New rivalry. We're not going to worry about that. Karrion Kross and Macho Man calling him out. Excellent promo. Takes it to a level 3. Another payoff. Thankfully. Reckoning versus Kaylee Ray. This is the one I'm worried about, but it's a TLC match. It might do something from that. An okay match. So we positioned them well. They just all stunk. That's the trouble. Let's simulate their show. I don't really care about it too much. 3.5, 2.5, and a 3 they had, so they did beat us. I'm expecting that, to be fair, and we actually lost fans. That's the first time I've ever lost fans on just a 15-week, but I get it. I completely get it. We did gain a lot of money, though, for WrestleMania, and we've got another double cost. I forgot to use the double cost for next week. That's annoying. Unless it does it. No, it doesn't. It does it for next week. They gained 15,000, though. So we lost and they gained. It's not without the realms of possibility that they could do us on WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. Now, we cannot use Chyna. They vetoed Chyna. So our level 4 rivalry, which we have been building for ages, we cannot even use. How disappointing. But I've signed Hulk Hogan on the final week. So there's always that. Now he will be facing, he'll be appearing in a tag match. And to start things off, we'll have John Morrison versus Cameron Grimes or Trevor Lee in a tables match. There's a level 4 rivalry. I've also used a couple of cards. You can see here, I've vetoed their champ, which is good, obviously. We got the tables. No, they vetoed our champ, sorry. So that's not good. That's what they've actually done. If anything, then, going the China way, it's not too bad. We've used Get the Tables and we've used a bit of TLC. So tables match to begin with, and then we have 2 TLC matches. I'm okay with either of them. This is the level 3 out of 4 rivalry between Randy Savage and Karrion Kross. We got Shotzi and Billie Kay and Kaylee Ray, which were all involved in that previous rivalry. But instead, we're bringing in Mickie James instead of Chyna to fill the role. I can't think of anybody else I'd rather fill the role of Chyna than with Mickie James, an absolute sweetheart. Then we have Bobby Roode and big, bold Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Wood and the real American Hulk Hogan. Of course, had a very long run in TNA, which was a lot of controversy. Booker T versus AJ Styles, though it's the dream match that I wanted from the very beginning, and it's main event in WrestleMania in a TLC match. I can't do much more because we are literally using $270,000 and we only have $271,000 remaining, so we've opened the big stadium to get that bonus. We have to cut down on other things, unfortunately. We got enough pyro. We're doing all that we can. We've used every single power card that we possibly can. It's time to run WrestleMania. The table's open then. Morrison versus Cameron Grimes is the level 4 rivalry that we've been building for a very long time. And Trevor Lee or Cameron Grimes gets it. Says a legendary match. Let's go. Well done, gentlemen, to open WrestleMania. That's perfect. Macho Man Randy Savage versus Killer Kross in a TLC match. If this gets 5 stars, I'm guessing this is what it's only a classic. It is a rivalry complete, though. maybe the card will be used for the main event then. Billy Kay and Shotzi, Mickie James, Kaylee Ray. Mickie James stepping in. Of course, this isn't a rivalry, but it should have been. And they pick up the victory. That's nice. And only in an okay match. It would have been 5-star. We just know it if it was China because of the rivalry. Now, this is obviously a nice little fun one too. Hulk Hogan coming in with Xavier Woods, Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Roode picks up the win. An amazing match. Okay, nice. But is it going to be as amazing as Booker T versus AJ Styles? Let's simulate it. 3, 2, 1. The winner is AJ Styles, and he gets his hand on the title. How is that only a classic? WWE, what are you doing? I mean, TNA, what are you doing? That has to be a legendary match. I'm still happy with it, though. I'm still happy with it. What do we got against us then? So we've got this tag team match that we've seen quite recently. Big E and Ivar pick up the win. An amazing match, rivalry complete. Nah, we were putting in 5-star classics, mate. Putting in 5-star classics in an opener. Trent 7, Brock Lesnar in a normal match. Trent 7 wins. Just a good match, rivalry complete. This is poor. Pete Dunne doing a promo. A bit late for that, Pete. Bit late for that. Damian Priest versus Austin Theory. It's not even for the title. What are they doing? They've basically thrown this away. They're not even using the title. That is a joke. Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae wins. That's good. Level 1. Why are they starting rivalries here? Natalya versus Becky Lynch. And it's an Extreme Rules match. Becky Lynch wins. It's a classic. I want to say something. 2K, sort your game out. Because, honestly, this game takes so long to load, for one, because I've got some creative wrestling superstars on it on PC mode. But two, sort this game mode out and it could be amazing. This game mode could be amazing. This is supposed to be on hard difficulty. Why, oh why, are they not even making that a title match? I don't get it. I really don't get it. We should absolutely smash them then. This should be a very easy win for us. 280,000 fans, $206,000. Nice. We're ranked number 1. We pick up the victory. They gained 244,000, so they still gained a lot of fans. And it was closer than what I thought it would be. 2,292,869 to their 2,174,111. We end with Booker T and Mia Yim as our champions. Of course, we couldn't do much with the Knockouts division at the end there. China was our champion. China was our champion. She won it. I have no idea why that's changed. No idea. That's really bizarre. Damian Priest is the WWE champion with Becky Lynch as the Raw Women's champion. So there we have it then. We have managed to defeat Raw in this occasion. They did overtake us. I think got even at one point, but fan-wise, yeah, we kind of pulled it away. And that, again, begs the question, like, they need to make the game slightly harder. But there we go. And even in budget-wise, we did very well. I am 100% sure that China won the belt. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I've just gone absolutely bonkers, but I really did think that I made China win. So I'm a little bit confused why Mia Yim ends as the Knockout Division's champion. But there we go. That was the TNA/Impact only roster challenge here on MyGM mode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for all the support on the channel. We just need to get you guys who are all watching every single week subscribing. So reason number 2 why you need to subscribe is next week we'll do another one of these on hard mode with a new stipulation. So your first reason is Monday we're starting the WCW only challenge, and then on the weekend we'll have another stipulation here. And I may even do another My Universe mode as well, video chucked in there, should you want to see that and you have any ideas. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Omega Luke. Make sure you're subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.